I cheated on you.
I can't even look at you. You're never gonna see me again.
Oh,
I have no
Lions
idea where you're
fans.
going with this.
What the fuck was that in the beginning? The sound just sounded robotic. Like something happened.
Something happened? Yeah.
No. It's fine. It's just,
I can't even look at you. You're never gonna see me again.
It's over. Sonic and Knuckles.
Thank God.
Thank
God.
I'm sad for him, honestly.
Yeah, they're not in your division. Shut up.
I know, but it's just sad. I feel for your Lions fans. There's been a lot of really weird breakups for about players and teams that we'll have to talk about. But anyway, welcome to the Football Stooges, the weekly YouTube podcast where we bring you football in the stupidest way you can imagine.
And boy, have there been a lot of those fucking breakups.
There's been a lot. We'll have to talk a lot about them. My Bengals breaking up with Trey Hendrickson. The Bears sending their best wide receiver to Buffalo for nothing. Quay Walker throwing a hissy fit on Instagram. And Maston's going to break up with his liver.
I'm going to die.
All right, so we'll get to that in a second, Maston. But yeah, welcome to the show. You are going to be doing your fantasy punishments here soon. One shot picked by each of the individuals of the fantasy football stooges. So Gorlami, Mamba, me, K-Duck, and Muzzy all mixed together. Next up, the one, the only, Gorlimus.
I'll be taking a shot, but I will have a beer.
Hey, Gorlami, this is going to be put on YouTube, so let's put the guns away, bro.
Alright. Yeah, bro.
Let me join in this shit. Let me do a Ben Johnson.
And last, but certainly not least, the one, the only, K-Dizzle.
I already got water. I feel like watching what's about to happen is not going to make me want to drink again.
Yeah. So we had to miss the last 2 weeks. We took a week off after the Super Bowl. Some people were sick. I think we were going to be only down to 3 people. Mamba's still missing this week because he's probably flying.
And then last week, your house literally collapsed in on itself.
So thank God it's not. I just had to have conversations with people and get things set up. So, yeah, rough situation with the house currently, but it's going to be resolved. God willing, everything is going to be fine in the end. So, thank God for that. But anyway, let's talk about some less depressing news for all of us, and not for Macedon. Macedon, you lost fantasy football on the last week of the season to me. So, therefore, you need to make a cocktail. Can you describe to us, while pouring them, what each one of them are?
Rumpelminz. It's a German liquor. Oh God, I actually
100 proof, baby.
And what is it? What does it taste like, Gorlami? Since you're very familiar with it.
That's right, peppermint schnapps.
It's just straight mint.
All right, straight mint.
Just imagine, aren't you
supposed to do? Is that a whole shot?
No, hold. I'm mixing them together.
Yeah, you're supposed to mix a whole shot of each. That's what Kadov did.
Yeah, it's about 2 ounces. It's about 2 ounces each. So,
Macedon, you're not.
Okay, hold on.
Macedon, you're not in for a penny. You're in for a pound, bro. I'm sorry.
Hold on. What?
But if he's pouring a whole bottle, then that's more than a shot. So
no, it's a shooter.
Yeah. This is.
Keep doing what you do.
It's a shooter.
Which is maybe how much is a shooter usually?
Something like 2.5 or something.
Hold on, I can't wait till I lose and I just pop each shooter.
Hold on. Okay, so each shot. Okay, in that case, I have to mix into this then. Okay. Oh my God. Hold on.
This is great. I'm enjoying this. I hope you suffer.
I'm already suffering.
Just happy I didn't need to.
Okay, so it says the shooters are usually 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces of fluid, 30 to 44 milliliters, and it says that a standard U.S. shot is 44 milliliters. So whatever the shooter says, try to get 44 milliliters of it, or 1.5 ounces.
This is the glass actually has the line of what's.
Oh, there you go.
Shot.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the next thing? You poured what? 1-2 thing?
Oh, it was Pink Whitney. Pink
Whitney.
Oh, Pink Whitney vodka. Yeah.
Actually, I feel like what you should do. Hold on, Maston. Hold on. Go back. What you need to do is you need to just tell you a little sippy poo of like the Rumplemans just to get what that flavor is, and then then just one at a time, and then mix them all together. So
I'm surprised he didn't beforehand.
yeah,
it's gonna burn. That's all it just burns.
no, I'm not talking chug the thing. Just take a little like baby's first.
I already had Smirnoff before, so
if you had,
I know what that is.
I just want to
Not
see your
mixing
face
much
when you
in
try
there.
Pink Whitney real quick. That's why I want to see.
All right, hold on.
I want to see Macedon post.
And then, okay, that.
Never even seen like
What was that
Whitney and, like
bottle?
liquor before it. Or it's I've
That
seen like
was
tipsy bartender
Smirnoff.
videos from like years ago.
Smirnoff. All right, here's the Pink Whitney.
The burning at the end, like it's pink. It's not bad with the pink lemonade, but I can feel the burning.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, vodka lemonade's a thing, so I guess.
I thought it was horrible. I think the time I had Pink Whitney was just like,
It's a
Wow.
sorority girl's dream vodka.
I just remember like the tipsy bartender videos where you
Okay,
just like
this is
pouring
the
like
Jaeger.
entire
I had Jaeger
bottles.
before.
Yeah, we've
of
we've
all the
had
drinks,
before.
of all the drinks, I would have bet you would have had. I feel like it's Jaeger, other than Yingling.
Oh god, the mix. Oh my god.
Why? Why is it
Well, now
smoking?
I know how I
Find a-
feel. I know how I felt the past 2 years.
Is this gonna be the second time we made Macedon puke during the podcast?
Hold on, we actually gotta get this a little
What
bit
was the
better.
first time?
Ah!
Oh
picture.
What was
god.
that?
That's
We
the
need-
Slanesh with the
I know what
that's
that
right.
was. I don't know what the meme's gonna be.
Oh, well, okay. I got to
Yeah,
get the
what
pickle
did it?
juice in. I gotta get the pickle juice in. Okay, that's basically a shot. Okay, how am I gonna do this with?
And
Make
have a
sure you
pickle for good measure, for good luck.
Okay,
That's your chaser. Just a pickle.
Just a pickle.
yeah, that might be. Okay, I have to do this right with the Yingling too because I can't use the fucking. Because I gotta get the foam.
Wait, the foam of the Coors, not the Yingling, the Coors, right?
I know, but like
It's actually Coors. It just has a Yingling wrap to it.
Muzzy specifically said the
Oh,
foam.
that's some foam.
Yeah, that's the foam.
I know. That's why
Oh!
I'm gonna.
He's got it.
Dedication, ladies and gentlemen, that is dedication right there. 2 scoops, just a spoonful
Scoops
of
of foam.
beer foam lets the medicine
Wait,
go down.
Sure.
Full of beer.
4
I'm getting all the foam I could get.
scoops. What?
5
5
scoops.
scoops.
What? I have another scoop of beer foam. What? 5 scoops. What? 6
this-
scoops. What?
Oh, I forgot this is the paint water I had used before for my miniature.
Wait, was it clean? Are you just drinking?
Mostly. It's mostly clean.
No, there's dead ass some
I did-
nun
I
oil.
did.
You
I-
dead
I-
ass. You dead ass just added nun oil
I've got
to
some
your
null-
fucking concoction.
No, it's not normal. It's Agrax Earthshade.
Oh, Agrax
Decibel
Earthshade.
Four.
Whatever.
Fryer oil.
As soon
On the
as
dare,
it's
I
like
have
this, bro,
drank
he's gonna
Talisar
gag.
Blue before. All right, so give us a color. Try to describe or compare the color.
Oh,
That
God.
is blood red. That
looks
is
like a-
like.
Yeah, that's my
Looks
piss
like
after
my-
I work out. I'm losing all the water from sweat.
It looks.
Because it looks like
Why
my
is
piss
it?
after
Whoa,
I'm
hold on.
drinking.
Time out, Macedon.
Yeesh.
Macedon. That looks red. Is your pee red
No, it's
after you
brown.
work
No,
out?
it's
It's
brown.
brown?
It's brown. It's delightful.
Yeah, that would be- you need to see a
I'm about
doctor.
to say, I'm about to say Macedon. You just see a doctor if your pee's fucking red. Ain't great. All right,
Oh,
one
so
for the
that's
money,
after a night
2
of
for the show. Think of Chatulo, and here you.
Oh god, the smell.
Abandon hope upon ye who was about to drink this.
We love that drink with best day because best
gotta
day
go
is
with
our
all-
friend.
Wish me
Every
luck,
time we drink a
Helldivers.
Messin.
Wish me luck, that's Chief. Wish me luck, Dahaka from StarCraft.
Every
Arthas
time we
from
drink a
Warcraft is
Messin,
my
he drinks it
posters.
down in 10.
All right,
Krampus. Actually,
Eight.
Jersey
Can't
Devil
laugh.
Krampus.
6.
1 for the money, 2 for the show. Think of Chatulo, and here you go.
Oh, go.
No.
Yep.
No. Oh no. Uh oh.
no.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh
Oh, he's gone.
oh.
Oh, he went back for a cheese.
With the yodeling.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Yeah, shut up.
If you gotta puke, go puke.
That's all it was.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Hold on. It's not
clip
done.
that?
That's a problem.
We clip that.
Yeah.
It's on you. It's gonna be on YouTube in a day.
Can we make a clip? Clip that.
All right. So describe the
Holy
flavor, the aroma, the mouthfeel.
Oh, the aroma. I
Cleanse-
guess.
Hold on.
was it a real palate
It
cleanser?
burns. Jesus Christ! It just burns.
Yeah, Rumpelmans.
No, just everything. Oh my god, the Ropa Mints. Oh, that's I didn't try to Ropa.
Well,
But-
100 proof. So
I know, no, but like I smell like the pink Winnie Love It with the pink lemonade next to it. Just all the wafting of like the Jaeger and other stuff happened at once. I was like,
Where's has a dentist mint kicked in yet?
Did you manage to keep any of it down?
I mean, he swallowed
No.
the damn stuff.
Don't show the cup.
So-
No, don't show the
Jose
cup.
was-
That
Oh,
Well, that cup is gonna be emptier than it
I'll
was.
just pick up so I don't. And the thing is, though, it's like I go and it's like a second, and just all that shit comes up when you feel the burning. It's like,
That's what it's like, man.
all right.
That's what
Let's
it's
go
like.
ahead.
took
Here's the
one-
cap.
He took one drink of that, and
Experience.
he is now. We might have to put him in a nursing home now. That's how much he aged.
2000s All Pro Buccaneer.
I gotta clean up something. Well, I gotta get the glass cleaned up, so I'll be back.
Mike Allsop never went All Pro. Damn.
Damn.
What about
God.
What about Derek Brooks?
Think of Amon for the $2,000 Super Bowl.
That's exactly what I thought.
Brooks,
There you
yeah. This is
Uh,
Baker.
I forgot the chaser. The pickle.
Yeah, Baker.
Pickles, thank you.
Fuck you guys.
7-time Pro Bowler Joe Thomas.
We love you
Oh,
too,
yeah.
Maston. Joanne Thomas.
Sometimes
San
Pro
Francisco
Bowler that was
49ers.
a 49er.
That could be so many
Um,
guys. You could go Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana. Is
Brian
Steve Young? Is Steve Young? Did he actually get to 7 Pro Bowls? He did.
Yes, he did.
7-time Pro Bowler that was a All Pro in the 2000s. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
All I can think of is Brady right now.
Let me.
Charles Woodson?
There's no fucking.
Jeff Saturday. I guess we'll try Charles Woodson. Yep. Okay. A Panther that was 2000 All Pro. This is Julius Peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A Panther that was also a Brown. That could also be Baker. But
That also,
Um,
that Baker could have fit for either of these guys.
also Baker Mayfield.
Yes, Baker.
Niner, a
Who is-
Buccaneer.
John Lynch. I'm pretty sure Lynch played for the 49ers.
No, he's
Okay.
a GM now for them, but I guess he didn't play for him.
Yeah.
Was Terrell Owens ever a Buccaneer? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He was a Niner, not a Buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this right here is Christian McCaffrey.
And McCaffrey you can do there. Fuck,
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait. Browns and Panthers. Could you do Josh McCown? Please
McCown
tell
over
me
Browns?
he's on.
Oh,
Boom.
well,
Ball knowledge. All right, finally, Buccaneers.
He was tossed
Niners.
around the league like a fucking rag doll.
Buccaneer Niner.
Why does he look like he has the sculpt of a enhanced Chad filter on Snapchat? Like, what the fuck?
I was gonna
that when
say he
on
looks
the
like-
Eagles?
I was gonna say that looks
Wait.
more like what's the actor that played Ivan Drago in the Rocky movies? Looks like a young version.
Oh, Dolph Lundgren.
You're right. Yeah.
I was gonna say he's a real
I
life
must
version of the
make
Crimson Chin. Look at that thing.
Crimson Chin. Buccaneers and
Here
Niners.
comes the
Buccaneers.
I'm gonna come back for my revenge. I swear on it. Don't swear. That's how you get
Why
canceled.
am I
Like me.
blanking on this? I feel like I
swear
feel like there's
time
one big one we're forgetting.
No. What?
Oh, you know what?
What's
There
that?
was one, but Steve Young was also a Buccaneer. Actually, funny enough.
Oh, was that the end of
So
his
can't use
career? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, actually before the career. I think they
Was Alex
they got
Smith
Young in a
ever
trade
a
from the Bucks.
Buccaneer?
There is a
No,
Super
no.
Bowl. There's a
Hold
Super
on.
Bowl winning quarterback that we might be
No,
able to try.
that was Fitzpatrick. No, that was Fitzpatrick. I was thinking of. But
Brent Dilfer?
Was he
Yeah,
ever on 49ers?
I
I
thought
don't
he
think
was.
If you do that,
Oh my God, Trent Dilfer.
holy shit!
Gorlami is on
There's
fucking
Wait, when
fire.
was Dilfer a fucking what?
He was a Buccaneer
Who you
during some of their Gruden years, and then I don't know when he was a
Sherman
Niner. Sure, well, obviously, yeah,
Hey,
I completely forgot
Let me
Sherman.
find out. Let me find out Trent Dilfer's
Completely
path in
forget
life.
Sherman. Keem Spencer, Antonio Bryant, Charles
Chris
Gardner,
Lindstrom,
Charlie Heck,
Jeff
Jeff Garcia.
Logan Ryan, Matt Gay,
I
Richard
could have
Sherman,
did David
Tanner
Ainge.
Hudson.
David Ainge. Wait, no, not
Russell
David.
Tanner
Gage, too, huh?
Hudson, Steve Young, Trenton Holiday, Tony
Yeah,
Leggett,
so-
Richard Sherman, Russell Gage.
So Dilfer started on the Bucks,
right?
Started on the
right.
Bucks.
and then in 2006 he was traded to San Francisco, and he was meant to be the mentor of Alex Smith.
His career was that long. Golly, Trent Dilfer. I guess it. I was
Yeah.
for some reason I think of him as a '90s
holding-
quarterback, and he's not. No, he's like an early 2000s guy. I don't know why I think of him as a '90s.
Late 90s. He was late 90s.
He started in the mid 90s in 94.
Wow, what a career!
Yeah, but I mean, he
I
can
feel
hold
it's
clipboard.
so. Well, no, but he was a Super Bowl champion quarterback. Like he did good on the Ravens. And you cannot be a quarterback in the modern NFL and not be at least good and win a Super Bowl. There's
Okay, the modern NFL started, like how they say modern NFL was like late 2000s.
that was modern
So,
NFL.
so your mid 40s.
Don't go like, but I mean, like,
God
when
damn,
Trent Dilfer
headshot.
won, when Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl, it was still run heavy. Like, nobody really thought of like quarterbacks doing a lot more than they are now. Like,
I mean, the game's changed. I would
he
still
didn't
think that
have
he's
to
a
do
good.
anything. And also, was he like had a more? He had a higher interception to touchdown rating. I thought that year too. Like, I thought he had more interceptions than touchdowns.
I'm not looking up Trent Dilfer again. I'm sorry.
I'll
Did
do
it
it.
once.
Oh yeah, fun fact. I actually bought this little Space Marine Rhino
I
here.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're talking about football.
Old model from 2004, older than Gorlami.
Born in the 90s.
Anyway, we'll move on now. Keep it rolling. Kid of News.
Okay, he had 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions the year that they won Super Bowl with Baltimore. 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's still bad even then.
Quite a
Hit
lot.
us.
Okay, so this
You're
this might take a minute because we have got about like 2-3-ish weeks of news to go through here. Namely, not really too much on the injury front, unless you count guys that did not participate at the combine due to injuries. Guys like Arizona State wide receiver Jordan Tyson and Michigan defensive end Derek Moore due to hamstring injuries. Other than combine also happened. There was a bunch of like standout moments. You had like Kenyon Sadiq, tight end out of Oregon, setting like records for 40 times. Sonny Styles, linebacker out of Ohio State, like setting a record for a vertical jump we haven't seen in like 20 years. And of all the quarterbacks, like he's showing up for the combine, Taylon Green out of Arkansas having a pretty hell of a performance for himself too, dude, despite being like the 8th or 9th best passer on the board this year. So yeah. Other people that were not working out but not due to injury also included Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza and Clemson defensive tackle Peter Woods. They're going to be at pro days instead for that, so we'll see how they shape up leading up to the draft. Sticking in college stuff as we go into signing stuff, Indiana is extending head coach Curt Cignetti on a new deal that locks him in until 2033 and is worth at least $105.6 million. Well deserved for the Indiana head coach there. Then we get on to NFL signings. So the big stuff that's happened, as we know, the NFL salary cap is now over $300 million this year. It's a $22 million rise from last year. The final total for it is $301.2 million for each team. And somehow there are still teams that are still trying to get under that, which is why we've been seeing quite a shit ton of surprising releases, as we'll get to, because I've actually got the Google Doc up. It's a little early for I wouldn't say it's actually too early now. Like the free tampering period like starts next week, right? Something like that.
I can't remember what. They made it earlier after previous seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell. Let's see. A couple of people that we already know are going to be free agents are guys like Packers running back Emmanuel Wilson, Bears linebacker Terrell Edmonds, and funny enough, just to get even worse for the Browns' case problems that they've been dealing with, their entire O-line from last year, both offensive tackles Jack Conklin, Cam Robinson, guards Wyatt Teller and Joe Antonio, and center Ethan Pokic are all expected to become free agents and most likely not sticking around. Let's see other stuff. So a couple other free agent notables that we didn't really hear anything about as the tag period ended this week. That includes Eagles linebacker Jalen Phillips, Ravens center Tyler Linderbaum, Colts wide receiver Alec Pierce, and linebacker Zaire Franklin, Jaguars linebacker Devin Lloyd, and running back Travis Etienne, Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson, Seahawks defensive end Boye Mafe, and surprisingly MVP running back Kenneth Walker III. Jets running back Breece Hall, Buccaneers tight end Kate Otten, and running back Sean Tucker, Packers OT Rasheed Walker, and quarterback Malik Willis, guard Zion Johnson, Broncos defensive tackle John Franklin Myers, and Patriots wide receivers Demario Douglas and Stephon Diggs. Trade rumors, though.
There's already rumors that Stephon Diggs is confirmed to go to his next location.
Is that so?
Yeah, prison.
Because if it's out the window in that AI video I put in chat.
Yeah, prison.
I was actually about to say with the Kenneth. Well, I was about to actually say something about Kenneth Walker. Some people kind of surprised. It's not that surprising of like letting go, because what usually happens is that they do like a new contract when the tampering starts to go under like the cap or something. So it's not like, oh, we're just gonna let you go somewhere. It's, hey, here's a new contract to be under the cap or some other stuff.
Right. Eagles, there is a chance that they still do resign. It's just that the surprising part is that you're actually giving a chance, that giving the possibility that they could go to team, because there's a lot of people already linking guys like the Chiefs are going to pick up Kenneth Walker, which would be a fucking big pickup for them, honestly, because they need some running back help, honestly. I'm also following trade rumors, still dealing with guys like Raiders defensive end Max Crosby, 49ers offensive tackle Trent Williams, and backup QB Mac Jones, Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown, Panthers quarterback Andy Dalton, Saints wide receiver Chris Olave, Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphrey, and Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. He didn't ask for the trade, but he's had so many concussions he probably forgot what the word even means. Let's see. Yeah. Am I wrong though? Seriously.
No, it's funny though.
Yeah. As for stuff that we have some definite confirmations on it, we'll go to the Google Doc. Starting out in alphabetical order. The Cardinals, they're definitely releasing quarterback Kyler Murray. That gives them about $36.8 million in dead cap, and is just really kicking off the rebuild they're doing under the new Michael era. You got the Falcons also doing the same with quarterback Kirk Cousins. He's going to be released when the league year starts next year. But they are going to be retaining Kyle Pitts on a franchise tag. The Bills, they are re-signing safety Sam Franklin Jr. on a 3-year deal worth $7.5 million. And as we discussed, and I actually don't know if we discussed this actually, just a few hours ago, they acquired former Bears wide receiver DJ Moore and a 5th-round pick in a trade for a 2nd-rounder. So, I mean, everyone's been like screaming about like they have no quality wide receivers. There you go. They already addressed that before the year even started. Panthers, big steal too. I don't know what the Bears were thinking there.
Because I don't understand why. Because Moore had another year left on his deal, and he's 28, 26.
Yeah,
yes.
That, and I think the Bears are also picking up the tab for it too, which is even stranger.
I was about to say the Bears had all the leverage to get more out of the trade.
Yeah, they could have extended him for another like 2 years after this deal, and then by then he would probably fall off a little bit, and you can see if he could take a pay cut or just not re-sign him. But like, what are we doing here?
It's a question to be sure. That's probably why Mama couldn't make it tonight. He's just drowning his sorrow somewhere. Let's see. Panthers haven't really done much except re-sign their long snapper J.J. Jansen on a 1-year deal. It's not really big news outside of it, but it is for Carolina, considering this is his 18th season with Carolina. The Bears are also doing another couple questionable things, releasing linebackers Eamon Ogbongbemia and veteran Terrell Edmonds as well. Bengals, we already know you're going to be most likely letting Trey Henderson go and become a free agent, but you're also re-signing cornerback Jalen Davis on a one-year deal. Same for guard Dalton Weiser on a one-year deal worth $5 million, and you've signed former Eagles running back Kendall Milton as well. This is his second stint with the team, but he was with you last year, but cut during the preseason, so probably just depth piece. Browns, nothing new for them. Cowboys, they've done a lot more than they usually do this early in previous years. They first extended running back Javonte Williams on a 3-year deal worth $16 million. They've released linebacker Logan Wilson. They've used a franchise tag on wide receiver George Pickens that's worth about $27.3 million this season. And they've restructured contracts for quarterback Prescott, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, and guard Tyler Smith. That frees up $66 million in cap for them. From the sounds of it, they really needed it. The Broncos, they've placed a second-round tenure on cornerback Jaquan McMillan worth $5.7 million and re-signed wide receiver Michael Bandy on a one-year deal. The Lions, they've been needing to overhaul their O-line, so strangely, they've released center Graham Glasgow that frees up $5.5 million cap for them, but also gets rid of their veteran center. And have acquired former Texans guard Juice Scruggs and 2 picks in the trade that saw David Montgomery go down to Houston. So the Houston, they of course got David Montgomery in that same trade. They also got him for trading Scruggs, a 4th and a 7th round pick. They've re-signed offensive tackle Trent Brown on a one-year deal, but are releasing veteran safety Jimmy Ward that frees up about $750K in cap for them. The Colts are going to be.
I just understand the trade, getting rid of Montgomery. Honestly, I feel like they had a really good two-back system, and I don't feel like the tackle or the offense lineman they got was, Yeah,
good. I did some digging into Scruggs. I was out of Penn State, not a super like already household name just yet in the NFL for O linemen. It's very weird, especially considering only a 4th and 7th for Montgomery too. That's seems way too cheap for a guy of his caliber. Let's see, moving on. The Colts, they didn't reach a deal just yet with Daniel Jones, but they are placing a transition tag on him. That's worth $37.8 million, about $6 million more they would be making on a franchise tag. So that's something to keep him around at least a little while longer.
Less than what the Giants paid him.
True. He's already had a better year than any of his time with the Giants. Let's face it.
Maybe 1 year when they went to the playoffs. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess
that was because of Saquon too. So
true. Let's see. Jaguars, all they've done is re-sign tight end Quentin Morris on a one-year deal. The Chiefs, they've mostly just been trying to do stuff to get under the cap. They've restructured quarterback Patrick Mahomes' contract that lowers his cap hit this year from 78.2 to 34.6 and frees up about $43.5 million. They've released offensive tackle Juwan Taylor that saves them $20 million in cap space and about 10 false start penalties next year. Yep. And they've also released veteran defensive end Mike Dana. The Chargers, they've released tight end Will Dissly, guard Mekhi Becton, and offensive tackle Savion Washington. Then the Rams, they've also made another interesting move. They've acquired former Chiefs cornerback Trent McDuffie in a trade for this year's first, the 29th overall pick, a 3rd, a 5th, and a 6th round pick. So that addresses their cornerback need immediately. And they're also retaining tight end Tyler Higbee on a 2-year deal worth $8 million. Now for the Dolphins, this was probably the biggest one because it was like the biggest major release we saw in going into the post Super Bowl time period between now and free agency period starting up. They've released wide receiver Tyreek Hill and Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. They also released linebacker Bradley Chubb and guards James Daniels and Liam Eichenberg. All of this frees up at least $35 million in cap for them, but also just screams that you got to move on to it now if you want to fully commit to a goddamn rebuild right here. Because if you've released all these people and you're not going to be doing that, what the fuck are you even doing? The Vikings, they will be releasing running back Aaron Jones and defensive tackle Javon Hargrave. That frees up about $18.5 million in cap. The Patriots have released running back Antonio Gibson, as well as will be releasing wide receiver Stephon Diggs. The Saints are releasing 15-year veteran defensive end Cam Jordan. The Giants have re-signed wide receiver Gunnar Olszewski on a 1-year deal. The Jets, they got the first trade of the season. They acquired Titans defensive tackle Tavondre Sweat in a trade for defensive end Jermaine Johnson. And they're going to be using the franchise tag on running back Breece Hall. That's worth $14.2 million. The Steelers, without Arthur Smith in the fold anymore, they released tight end Jonnu Smith. That frees up about $7 million in cap space. The Niners are extending guard Nick Zakelj and long snapper John Weeks, both on 1-year deals. The Buccaneers are extending punter Riley Dixon on a 1-year deal. Titans released center Lloyd Cushenberry and safety Xavier Woods, not to be confused with the guy from the New Day in the WWE. And, of course, acquired a defensive end Jermaine Johnson from the Jets in that trade. And Washington Commanders have basically just done everything on the defensive side of the ball. They've released cornerback Marshawn Lattimore to free up $18.5 million in cap and extended a bunch of D linemen, including Dietrich Wise Jr., Drake Jackson, and Shai Tuttle, all on 1-year deals. Stuff around the league. Rams have re-signed wide receiver Robert Woods to a 1-day contract, so he may retire a Ram. He spent 13 years in the league with the Rams, Bills, Steelers, Titans, and Texans, where he finished his career a 1-time Super Bowl champ with 8,200 receiving yards for 38 touchdowns. And he doesn't need to say goodbye to the NFL just yet because the Rams have now since hired him as their new assistant wide receiver coach. Saints center Will Clapp has also announced he'll be retiring after 8 years of the league spent with the Saints, Chargers, and Bills. He's ended his career having started 22 out of 66 career games. Another big one that I actually forgot to write down was, I believe, Bears center Drew Dahlman also retired this week, which was a bit of a surprise considering he's a bit of a young gun. He's 27 years old. He's only been in the league for about 5 years between the Bears and Falcons, ending his career a 1-time Pro Bowler and starting 57 out of 74 career games, which that was a bit of a surprise to me because I didn't feel like center would be something that the Bears would need to go into this offseason. And another one from the UFL, because that's going to be starting up soon. Former Brahmas kicker Donald De La Haye, a.k.a. Destroying, has announced his retirement in a video on his YouTube channel. He played 2 years with the Brahmas and made headlines when he was denied NCAA eligibility over monetizing his channel while at UCF. He ends his career having made 5 field goals on 7 attempts for a 71.4 average and a record-long 55 yards. And his last game was apparently during the Pro Bowl this year, where he played on a flag football game on a team that included Deion Sanders, Michael Vick, and Drewski. What a way to go out. But, I mean, he's got a decent influencer career going on. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid, I think he'll be okay for now. Let's see. Other miscellaneous news, because we still got hirings and other stuff. The Packers special teams coordinator Rich Bisaccia has resigned from his position with the team after 2 years with them. Lions team president and CEO Rod Wood announced that he will be retiring before the next season starts. Browns are hiring former passing game coordinator Mike Rutenberg as their new defensive coordinator. Broncos have hired former Colorado passing game coordinator Robert Livingstone as a new passing game coordinator and are naming new OC Davis Webb as a new offensive play caller, which is pretty notable because Sean Payton has mostly just been the offensive play caller for the majority of his career as a head coach. Let's see. The Raiders, are hiring former Seahawks quarterbacks coach Andrew Janoko as a new offense coordinator and are promoting already in-house D-line coach Rob Leonard as their new defensive coordinator. Rams are promoting passing game coordinator Nate Schielhasse as their new offense coordinator and are hiring former Commanders offense coordinator Cliff Kingsbury as their new assistant head coach. Excuse me. Just got to post something real quick here. I just missed where I was. Sorry, here it is. Here we are. So the 49ers are hiring the Seahawks are hiring former 49ers tight end coach and apparent Triple H body double, as you'll see from the picture I've put in chat here, Adrian Fleury as their new OC. And Patriots are officially promoting linebacker Zach Kuhn to their full-time defensive coordinator after Terrell Williams received a higher internal promotion in the New England front office. And we've also got our first firing for the new Falcons regime already. They fired defensive line assistant coach LaTroy Taylor after announcing he's being the subject of multiple SA harassment and threatening claims by Ann Arbor, Michigan police from his time on the Michigan Wolverines coaching staff, where he was a defensive assistant under Sharon Moore. I just got to say, I'm finding it funny that we're getting more of the Sharon Moore files than we are getting more of the Epstein files. So, yeah. Let's see. Other stuff around the league. The competition committee do not expect to be debating the legality of the tush push again this year. However, the UFL is apparently banning it. They are going to be discussing the possibility of authorizing replay officials to throw flags for specific penalties, such as unsportsmanlike conduct. So we might be seeing a few more penalties for that being called this year. Other stuff around the league. Same week that Patriots wide receiver, now former Patriots wide receiver Stephon Diggs pled not guilty in a Massachusetts court for felony strangulation charges. He's also facing a case brought against him by a former car transporter that he hired for defamation. Diggs reportedly blamed a Ferrari that was being shipped from Miami to Houston and on him after it was reportedly stolen. And it's apparently caused some damage to his law firm business. And so Diggs is apparently having his entire life like crumble around for him. So he lost the Super Bowl. He lost his chance to keep playing for this team. And apparently he's now also lost Cardi B following the Super Bowl and a few weeks after. Instagram users discovered they've completely unfollowed each other on like all social media, which is also confirmed to be in jeopardy when Cardi appeared during the halftime show and then left the game early when Diggs was seen not only with another woman who was involved in ruining Cardi's former marriage to another rapper, but is also another former girlfriend and baby mama. So that's just more drama following him around. And sticking with a little bit more Patriots drama, GM Elliott Wolf revealed in an interview that former head coach Jerron Mayo passed the buck to him to handle player issues, including grievances, discipline, and other problems that normally the coaches are supposed to be mediating. So if you just want to know how bad of a head coach Jerron Mayo was, there you go. Let's see. Other stuff. Construction was halted at Buffalo's new Highmark Stadium after several security areas were found utterly tagged with graffiti depicting homophobic and pornographic messages. A $100,000 reward was offered by the contractors for any information leading to vandalism arrests. A former girlfriend of Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice has filed a civil lawsuit against him in a Texas court, alleging he repeatedly abused her throughout their 1.5 year long relationship. So just more Rashee Rice being a fucking idiot behind the scenes. What else is new there? Some other stuff to go around. That's going around. A few things that we already know for next season. The Hall of Fame game is going to be being played between the Panthers and Cardinals, which is going to be the same week that former players Luke Kuechly and Larry Fitzgerald Jr. will be being inducted into it. The 49ers are going to be set to be the most traveled team in league history next year, with features in international games in Australia and Mexico, as well as cross-country road games between the Falcons and Giants. They've also set, this one is just fucking going to be brutal. They've also set for next year, the location and date for next year's Super Bowl. It's going to be at SoFi Stadium in LA again. And this is just going to be a fucking nightmare for scheduling for a lot of things, because the date for it, February 14th, 2027.
Ooh.
The Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Can you imagine how busy restaurants are going to be?
Oh, no.
Yeah. The other international stuff. Jaguars are set to play 2 games in London. And surprise, surprise, Commanders will be playing against them in one of those. Lions are going to be setting to play their first international game in 11 years, as they're going to be picked for the Munich, Germany game. Other stuff. Despite legal threats from the NFL to stop publicating them, the NFLPA has released the team report cards with top 3 consisting of, surprisingly, Dolphins and a little less the Vikings and Commanders, with the bottom of the pile being the Cardinals, Browns, and Steelers. And then we've got quite a few passings we've missed actually this week. Starting out, former NFL GM Neil Dolan passed away at the age of 85. He spent over 30 years in the NFL as an administrator, most notably as a GM with the 49ers and Broncos, where he helped assemble 7 Super Bowl winning teams, tying him with Tom Brady for having the most rings. Former Steelers safety Mike Wagner passed away at the age of 76, playing all 10 years of the league with Pittsburgh, where he ended his career with 4 Super Bowl wins, 1 first and second team All-Pro, 2-time Pro Bowler, led the league in interceptions in 73, member of the Steelers Hall of Fame, and has 36 interceptions and 17 forced fumbles or recoveries. Former Vikings cornerback Raul Whitaker has passed away at the age of 46, playing 6 years with the Vikings, Buccaneers, and Lions, as well as brief stints in the CFL's Winnipeg Blue Bombers and NFL Europe's Rhein Fire, where he ended his career at one-time All NFL Europe honors and had 43 tackles for 1 fumble recovery. These two are just sad because these guys died just so young. First up was Vikings wide receiver Rondale Moore, passing away at the age of 25 after Indiana police found him at his home having died of a self-inflicted gunshot. He played 4 years in the league, spent with the Cardinals, Falcons, and Vikings, never having really appeared in the regular season the past 2 years due to preseason knee injuries, but ended his career with 1,200 yards for 3 touchdowns, which that's just rough for him. Like, if you're ever like going through something like that, something like dark like that, just please talk to somebody before you try doing something like that. And this one's also just sad because this kid had a huge career. I feel like this kid could have had a huge career ahead of him. Colorado quarterback Dominique Ponder has passed away at the age of 23 after police in Colorado found him have found his car crashed in Boulder County and after it caught on fire. He played 2 years in college with Colorado and Bethune-Cookman University, where he appeared mostly in backup roles, recording 33 yards and 9 attempts with a 22 QBR. Or not too much, but it was mostly just in a backup role to start up, which is just rough for him. Former Packers team president Bob Harlan passed away today at the age of 89. He served as a sports executive for over 60 years, most of it spent with the Packers since 1971. He still holds the record as the winningest team president in NFL history and the only one to have 2 Super Bowl wins with 2 different GMs, first in 1996 with Ron Wolf and in 2010 with Ted Thompson. Finally, a big passing. This is probably the oldest one of the one. The era of Bears football on Chicago's lakefront has passed away at the age of 105 after the team made a big step towards their new stadium's choice of being either in Hammond, Indiana, following the approval of stadium bill by Hoosier state lawmakers, or, according to Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, they are still in negotiations that would keep the Bears in Illinois at the long since proposed site at the Arlington Heights Horse Racetrack, which is where we were thinking they were going to be going before the whole Indiana Bears news broke out. So we'll be following that. Rest in peace to those gentlemen, and that's all I got.
Did you cover Lou Holtz, by the way?
Oh, I forgot about Luke Holtz. Shit.
Yeah. Lou Holtz, the phenomenal and tremendous football coach for both the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and I believe Florida State as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, he just passed yesterday.
Yeah, he did pass at the age of 89. No, I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of news there. It's all good. But yeah, the great Lou Holtz has passed, one of college football's greatest coaches. So, all right, thank you for the news, K-Duff. Very lot to get as well. There. So these are our breakdowns. Usually we do them in divisions, but there's just not enough time before the start of the UFL season. So we're just going to jump right into it. All the NFC this week, all the AFC next week, and we'll prepare you for the start of the UFL, which is on Friday of next week. So 7 days until we get football back. It was only gone 4 weeks. Who would have thought? So let's start out. I have created this template here, which it looks a lot better if I do this. All the grade rankings. So we can put all the teams on it. We can look at them. I'm just going to start out in saying this. We're starting with the team that won the Super Bowl, and you can't, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So Seahawks, they legitimately lost 3 games all season. They lost to the 49ers in the very first game, the Buccaneers, and the Rams. The Rams being the team that they'd end up playing in the NFC Championship.
And then that Thursday night spectacular 2-point conversion. Wait, not 2-point conversion, is 2-point conversion and other stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, just saying that.
I mean, this team put all the pieces together right. They got Sam Darnold, who turned out to be the guy for them. Performed amazing. JSN took one of the biggest steps forward I've seen in a long time of a receiver from one year to another. And then Kenneth Walker won MVP in the Super Bowl. I mean, Sam Darnold was in MVP conversations here and there moving forward. So JSN won Offensive Player of the Year. I believe their head coach McDonald
broke the receiver record.
Yeah, did he win Coach of the Year? I forget.
No, that was Mike Vrabel.
That was Vrabel, yes. Okay. But again, and this was the toughest division in football by far. 3 of these 4 teams could have won a Super Bowl, and no one would have thought, oh yeah, that's weird.
Very true.
Seattle was amazing on both sides of the ball. The Rams' defense was good as always, and their offense was amazing. Stafford won MVP at the age of fucking 57 or something. And then San Francisco, everyone's like, oh, they're injured. They're going to be out. Mac Jones put the team on his back for long enough to get Brock Purdy to finish out the season. 3 of these
did not get hurt.
Yeah.
That was a surprise to me seeing that Mac Jones revive his career in that way.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 teams in the NFC West ended the season with 5 or less than 6 losses. Then there's the Cardinals, and we'll talk about them in a minute. But for the Seahawks, tremendous season. Also, the 50th year that the Seahawks have been a franchise. They got and they win a Super Bowl. Also, like, the owners could not be more happy. They're selling the team, and the value of this team is probably at an all-time high after winning a Super Bowl. I think the one blemish on this season, I feel like for them, is now after it's done, not re-signing Kenneth Walker to me is a big head scratcher. Like, yes, he's going to be more expensive. I get that. Excuse me. You guys had one of the best 2-back systems in the league. Kenneth Walker was your speed guy. Charbonnet was your bruiser. You're getting rid of one of those, and I feel like it's really going to harm this running game that was so beneficial for Sam Darnold to set up his passing.
Well, there's also the chance, like as Maston said, that they could still resign them even after the tag period ends and free agency starts. So maybe they're just working on like the actual negotiation for that. Because I think there's a few other guys around the league that are still in that same regard, like Linderbaum, Pierce. I think even Daniel Jones is looking for a better deal than just the tag he's on right now.
Yeah. So not much to say here for the Seahawks. A+ for me. I think everyone else is on the same boat. I mean, they won the Super Bowl. What can you say? All right. Next up, we'll take a look at the team that finished just behind them and a win away from the Super Bowl, the Los Angeles Rams. They did not have too many losses on the season in the regular season. Lost to the Eagles early. They had a weird loss to the Panthers when the Panthers just got hot. Then they lost to the Seahawks late in the year, and then a weird loss to the Falcons late in the year. Matthew Stafford won MVP. This team looked amazing. Puka Nacua took another step forward as a receiver. Kieran Williams was really good in the backfield, as well as Blake Corum stepping into that RB2 position really well. And again, Jared Verse in this defense got better and better as the year progressed. And this was a juggernaut team. They finished the year 12-5 in the regular season. It looked incredible.
They're juggernauts on offense and defense. They're special teams.
Well, if you are going to be lacking in one spot, I feel like you would want to lack in special teams because
but that lost them games.
Oh,
Eagles.
It did. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Block field goal, the muff punts in the NFC Championship game. Like, you cannot say that special. Like, oh yeah, you could lackluster in special teams. No,
you never want to be lackluster.
They lost games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Still an amazing season though. I mean, Matthew Stafford getting MVP at his age is incredible. And they were just explosive offensively, and their defense was resilient, and especially the toughest division of football this year. Some odd losses. That loss to the Panthers and the loss to the Falcons late in the year are just tough. I totally respect the loss to the Seahawks and 49ers. Really tough division. Eagles as well. The Eagles were very good in the beginning of the season. But again, the Panthers and Falcons lost a little bit of head scratchers. They got to the NFC Championship, one game away from getting to the Super Bowl. So honestly, for me, I feel like with the Rams, I feel like an A-.
A B+ because of special team. Like, if the special teams, if they didn't lose from the special teams, I would have said A-. But they had 3 losses because of special teams.
Yeah. What do you guys say, Gurlami and Kadoff?
I mean, they still had a dominant thing, so anywhere in the A tier is fine with me. Like Matt Stafford with the MVP season, and just usual dominance like you expect out of the Rams the past few years.
I don't really like the A- because the NFC Championship game felt like the Super Bowl. There's nothing against the Patriots. It was just such a good game between them and the Seahawks.
No, I mean, with how we ended up playing in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, I can't argue with you there. So.
Yeah.
like I would say A, personally. You just had to get through the A+ team.
Yeah. That was the biggest thing. I think we'll keep it A- there because someone for A, me and Kate for both at A-, and Maston's for B+. So it kind of just evens it out at A-. So there we go. That's your Rams grade there. I think I'm pretty happy with that. All right, next up, 49ers. Not a lot of people expected this. Finished the year 12-5, third in the division, which is a little weird for 12-5.
Wait, adding Eberflus to the staff now? What the fuck?
They're fucked. They're fucked. Holy shit.
They had a rough start to the season with injuries, but Mac Jones was able to propel them to move forward with what they needed to do. They had losses to the Jaguars,
He's the
Buccaneers,
head
Texans.
coach now?
Jaguars, Buccaneers, Texans, Rams, and Seahawks. So the Seahawks and Rams I can totally see. The Jaguars is a little kind of iffy. The Jaguars were pretty good.
Was weird.
Yeah, the Jaguars.
The start season they were
good.
iffy.
Yeah, they were also injured. The Texans is definitely bad. I think this is really, honestly, I would say their only bad loss. The Rams finished like a win away from the Super Bowl. Seahawks won the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers in the beginning of the season were unstoppable because they weren't injured yet. The Jaguars also had the best year, one of the best years in Jaguars history. But the only bad loss I see here, honestly, is the Texans. And then they had some great wins. They beat the Seahawks. Decent win against, obviously, the Saints at Cardinals. Beat the Rams. Good win against the Falcons. They had to... Holy cup! Hold on! Wait a minute. Never mind. Cupcake
They did
schedule.
have kind of a...
Holy shit! Ass. More ass than a goddamn strip club. Jesus.
So the Texans game was weird because Texans defense was a god tier defense, but how Texans won was time of possession. They basically doubled or tripled the time of possession of San Fran.
I also feel like whenever you play the Texans this year in the NFL, it was like the script writer was that fucking like crazy Rugrats, like like that thing. Whenever anyone, yeah, that thing. Whenever the script writer for whoever played the Texans, that was the script writer because it was just Coke. It was just like acid-filled Coke.
No, you ever hear the expression monkeys with typewriters? Well, these monkeys were AI bots.
Yeah, this was... Yeah. But honestly...
I can't argue with that one.
For the San Francisco 49ers, we expected this season for them to be like in the C's. Just eh. I feel like at a 12-5, I'd give them somewhere in the B's.
I would say
B+. Like it was impressive that they made it to the playoffs, lost and while injured. But like you said... kind of soft schedule.
Yes.
I thought they were going to do well in the preseason until the injuries happened. I was like, oh, the injuries are happening again. Then next they're winning with the injuries. It's like, all right, this is a tough team.
If the Seahawks or if the 49ers learn how to win with injuries consistently, the league is in trouble.
Or just not get injured.
In the first place, yeah. All right, and last but certainly not least,
F. Can we just say F for the Cardinals? Like they're just that fucking.
Holy shit! Oh,
what can we say here? I mean,
they won against the Saints, Panthers, and Cowboys.
Fighting Amari Demarcado.
Can I say D- for the win against the Cowboys?
That's the thing, though. Is any team worse than this?
We'll give them that.
Raiders.
Yeah,
Raiders,
okay, let's put it this way. Because we're doing NFC, any team in the... Because I don't know if I can say that the Giants were worse off than the...
No, maybe, no. Sadly, no, and honestly, this is like a D-.
Jets.
I think. Yeah, we'll do that next week.
No interceptions. No interceptions.
It's the NFC this week.
First time ever. I know, but it was hilarious.
Yeah. All right.
We know how much we want to talk about it, but we have to go.
NFC South. All right. So NFC South. The entirety of the NFC South had a losing record. Carolina was 8-9, Tampa Bay was 8-9, Atlanta was 8-9, and New Orleans
The
was
third
6-11.
That's the
So-
second or third time the NFC South winner had a losing season.
With the Bucks, I mean, what can
that's
you
the third
say
time.
here? Like,
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
we know why they collapsed.
Some of it
And they
is
still
not their
remain a problem.
fault. Injuries. However,
Todd
I
Bowles.
mean, yes. I would say the beginning part of the season looked really good. Like Falcons, Texans, Jets. Okay, you lost against the Eagles, it's a tough team, but you beat the Super Bowl champion Seahawks and then the Niners. Tough loss against the Lions, and you beat the Saints. Then after that, it was all downhill. You had 2 wins in the last half of the season. You only won against the Cardinals and Panthers, which those should count as half wins. And you lost against the
The only ones
Dolphins,
that can't
Panthers,
give you
Falcons.
too much shit for losing guys against like the Patriots, Bills, and Rams. Like, what's your excuse for losing against teams like the Falcons and Panthers?
Injuries were big.
The
Baker was
Quinn
out some
Ewers
of the
Dolphins.
year. Emeka Ibuku was
Todd
out.
Bowles.
Injuries on
Todd
offensive
Bowles.
line. Todd Bowles also not being great.
I know,
This-
3rd and 28. How do you let them come
Oh,
in?
okay. You know the reason they're not firing Todd Bowles is because they don't want to piss off Bruce Arians, apparently.
What's the logic there? What does Bruce Arians care?
Is he even part of the organization anymore?
Yes. He's
He's in the front office part. They
I gotta look up Yearning. Like when he
basically retired
did his
upwards.
debriefing. Yeah, when he did his debriefing of the NFL season, he's like, "I figured it out. They don't want to piss off Bruce Arians again." I was like, "Oh,
Stupid.
that's why they're not firing Todd Bowles."
Stupid.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that's just hilarious to me.
This was their division to win, and they lost it. Injuries did play a part. That's something they can't control. However, I don't think I'm going to give them a passing grade.
Okay, I think I see how it is. So they basically pulled what Belichick did with Mayo. Bruce Arians, currently a senior advisor for Tampa, handpicked Bowles as his successor and strongly supports him as head coach.
Is a C minus a passing grade?
Barely.
Technically, but
Yeah.
like,
I passed calculus with a C minus. So
like you see the stuff there for the Bucks. Like you have the stuff. It's just there's one big problem. Todd Bowles. The Todd
Yeah.
Bowles is what makes them go down.
I guess I'm fine with a C minus.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Yeah,
C minus, I guess, left to do.
Okay. All right. The next team in this absolute shitstorm of a division. Look at the New Orleans Saints. They would finish at the bottom of the division, 6-11.
Now they were bad.
Only wins against the Giants, Panthers. However, this stretch right here, out of their last 6 games or 5 games, they won 4. Buccaneers, Panthers, Jets, Titans, 4-game win streak. Only lost against the last
That's
against the
normal.
Falcons.
That's normal for the past
kinda
decade
normal.
for the Saints. Once they're out of the playoffs, they should
Yeah.
also start winning.
I would say, again, the silver lining for them is that then they started the year with Rattler. It didn't look good. Then they put Shuck in, and then all of a sudden it was kind of like people when, Larry Bird showed up in Boston. Oh, this white boy can play.
He was throwing it. He was throwing it to like dishwasher or like just like nobodies too. It wasn't like they had anybody on the team for receivers.
Yeah, so...
No, especially when you got rid of Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, there's definitely a silver lining with it.
Because
It kinda needed to.
There was basically no Michael Thomas. Olave was
Yeah.
I thought he was injured.
Who was there to throw to except for what the fuck is a Taysom Hill?
Kamara.
That wasn't even that much.
Is it D
Yeah,
plus?
Kamara was injured at times. Yeah, like you got a building block. You got a building block with Shuck,
Yeah.
and if you can keep the caps, if you're able to actually decrease your cap or make your cap space doable, he was injured.
Yeah, no, I mean, to make your cap space doable, send him to McDonald's. Like, bro, no, Alvin. All due respect, Alvin Kamara this season and even last season was like,
Hey, he got the 1,000th. He's got the 1,000 touchdown in the Saint Stadium or something like that. I'm trying to remember what little stat I saw.
yeah.
Oh, that was right
good
in
for
the
him.
season. I know, but it's just only funny.
So, again, silver lining for the Saints, but you finished last in the worst division in football. But honestly, 6-11 wasn't that bad since the team that abided above you, the 3 teams above you, just had 2 more wins. All right, Carolina Panthers. They won the division at 8-9. Wild season for them. They had some amazing wins, like against the Packers and against the Rams and against the Buccaneers. But they had some losses that were just like Saints, Cardinals, Jaguars, even early in the season. So it was a really inconsistent season, but I feel like the nucleus of this team is starting to congeal more and more. Bryce Young is looking better and better each game, it seemed like. Rico Dowdle had some phenomenal games. I think against the Cowboys, he rushed for like 300 yards. And then Troy McMillan is here. Troy McMillan is already a top wide receiver in the league. I would say somewhere within
Offensive
the top
rookie
half.
of the year.
Yes.
1,000-yard season in his first year in the
A
NFL.
physical freak of
that kid's
nature,
gonna
able
go
to,
places.
able to run as fast as most other receivers, but has the build
But
of
seeing
like
what
Gumby.
when we were first when he was first being scouted, like he's making so many like one-handed catches. You'd think he's playing outfield in the MLB.
Yeah. However, still 8-9, still very inconsistent, still led by David Tepper. So there's still some, I'm just going to give it a C, I feel like.
I would
Honestly,
say
I'd say
C
C+.
plus.
Okay.
That playoff game, Bryce Young had a really good playoff game. You cannot blame it on Bryce Young on losing against the Rams. They made it close.
Yeah, like that. Like they did enough to get into the wild card. The Rams are the more complete team. That's the only problem there. Like this team, like I feel like if they went up against, like, say, I don't fucking know.
They could have beat the Eagles. If they faced against the Eagles, they would have.
Yeah, they went the Eagles. They'd probably be going to the divisionals.
Possibly, yeah. I think it just depends on what shows up. They're very inconsistent. I think that's one of their biggest issues. Young, inconsistent team. But
you can build off that, though.
Oh, absolutely.
You can build off that.
White mode. Yeah. All right. Next up, last in the NFC South, Atlanta. They finished third. Their final win of the season against the Saints.
They were tied with the Bucs and the Panthers for the division lead.
So I think their final win of the season forced the Carolina Panthers to win, right? Is that how it works?
Yes, that's how it happened. Since Panthers lost to the Bucs, the Falcons winning had the Panthers going winning the division because of like strength of schedule or something. They actually really had to go down into. It was hilarious.
I feel like this team could have been really good. Like, well, not really good, but it could have like improved it so much better if this stretch right here didn't happen. 5 straight losses. 49ers, Dolphins, Patriots, Colts, Panthers. Like, Panthers, very winnable game. Dolphins, very winnable game. Yeah, who's now no longer the coach, so we'll see how that goes. But you also freed up a lot of cap space to getting rid of Kirk Cousins. This kind of concerns me here. In modern NFL, your lead receiver has 928 yards. I know it's Kyle Pitts, but like, what?
Who was their quarterback?
My roster that includes, it was Michael insert dick joke there, or you've got Kirk Cousins,
Marco Chains with broken ankles.
Yeah, and also this team just did not use Bijan Robinson right at all. At all.
Still somehow.
What part of using a running back the way they're supposed to have the Falcons not been able to get? They couldn't manage it with Raheem Morris. They couldn't manage it with Arthur Smith. Like, do they need to get fucking whoever the head coach is in Texas right now and bring him in? Like, because
Steve Sarkisian. You do not want Steve. Yeah. You do not want Steve Sarkisian in Atlanta. That motherfucker will be drinking in no time. Holy shit!
If Stefanski can't use him right, then who? I don't know who else you could grab to utilize him like the way he's supposed to be being used.
Yeah, so they're gonna need to fix their quarterback thing. To figure out who it is. Do they, go get Malik Willis? Is that who they think?
And with Michael Penix with his other knee injured, at least it wasn't his knee that he tore his ACL twice. It's the other knee that tore an ACL.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
His legs are just utterly fucked, and he's just a strict pocket passer now.
Tough situation for him. I put him in the same boat as the Buccaneers.
Ooh, lower.
Lower? D?
I'd go D. Yeah.
D.
D plus?
Like, D. Because
solid D, yeah.
Todd Bowles is a terrible head coach. Morris is also a terrible head coach.
Well, Morris is gone.
I know, but I'm just saying it. Well, we're going from this past season. This is a tier list of this past season, and Morris was the coach during that time.
Fair.
So yeah, D.
Uh-huh. All right. Moving on. NFC North. We'll start with the Vikings.
Was it a good year? 9.
This entire division was
How many wins?
9.
Not 9.
This division also had an entirely winning record all across the board. Minnesota didn't finish last, which I'll give them credit. However, their quarterback situation was just blah. JJ McCarthy played what felt like 5 games. Had some great ones, like the win against the Bears on Monday Night Football. But then got injured, a bunch of other stuff happened.
They put Carson Wentz in, and he fucking got killed at Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
The horrors of Max Brosber against the Seahawks. Yeah, that was another one.
Yeah. They lost 4 straight games, then turned around and won 5 straight when it didn't really fucking matter for them. So, yeah. Rough go for them. The biggest problem is that after this season, it's like, is JJ the problem? Did he play enough to figure out if he is or not? Like,
well, the fact that the Vikings are listening to offers on quarterbacks or even asking around about them tells me I don't think so.
Yeah.
Kwesi Adolfo-Mensa was just such a bad GM for them.
And the fact that you also gave up a quarterback that went and immediately won a Super Bowl with a team he's in his first year on, rough. So,
yeah.
Minnesota
that
Vikings.
One's kind of weird. That one's kind of weird because if you saw at the end of the season with the Vikings 2 years ago, Darnold did terrible. Like, Darnold lost them the division and the playoff game.
That O-line lost them the fucking division. That was somewhat on Darnold. He had no time.
Mm-hmm.
There were 9 sacks. Those were not coverage sacks. Those were like Jared Verse is coming to like kick ass and take names, and he doesn't take names. Like that was fucking.
I'm here to take ass and chew names, and I'm all out of names.
Yeah, that was the Vikings O-line just not blocking for Sam Darnold. I would say
it's like when you hear Brock Lesnar's music hit, and you're just like everything seizes up. Like, oh god, I'm about to die.
They did finish 9-8, however, for this division and how just the season went, I would say D+. Like, you still don't even know what you got at quarterback, and you have the best coach for quarterbacks. So, yeah.
If Kevin O'Connell can't like develop you, like who can?
All right.
Grolami, what's your?
So you made the playoffs.
The Vikings?
No,
The Packers. B-. I think our first round playoff exit, so I can't give us more than that.
Yeah, so got some pretty good
It's
wins.
Some bad losses.
Honestly, actually, are there any good wins here? The Lions finished bottom of your
Bears.
division. The Bears did win.
The Cowboys.
One with the Bears. I think there's only one good win here. Maybe if you count the Steelers. Steelers and Bears. You beat 2 teams that won the division. You split with the Bears. You beat the Giants, the Vikings twice. Or did you split with the Vikings? Holy shit, you split with the
We beat
Vikings.
them
No, they split the Vikings.
They
You
split
split?
the
Split
Vikings.
Yep, you
Oh, yeah,
lost
that's right.
16-3 last week of the season. You
I
got,
think that
you
was
got
the
fucking
not giving a
shit
fuck.
stomped by the Ravens. You got beat by the Broncos, the Eagles, and Panthers, and you also lost to the Browns.
Oh, I forgot they lost the Browns.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Also,
To be fair,
the secondary
the Ravens
giving
loss
up all your.
was very injury prone for us.
You guys did have the injury bug.
Uh.
I would definitely say of this year, obviously the Niners, because it's the Niners. The Packers had the injury bug, and the Buccaneers. Those were the 3, I feel like, the most
Colts.
kind of injured team.
Colts had injuries.
Yeah, I
Banged
guess,
up.
yeah. They did get banged up pretty bad. Sauce Gardner, Daniel Jones, DeForest Buckner for the end of the season.
Bucks were pretty banged up as well,
Yeah.
I believe.
I'm willing to say because you made the playoffs, B-, but nothing higher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
Matt
said B-.
LaFleur needs to stop calling plays.
He doesn't know. Like, his first half scripts are great. He
You
doesn't know
can't
how
make
to adjust.
adjustments. Yeah. He can't make adjustments. It's blatant. Also, wasn't he
It's like
the
he-
OC
it's like he doesn't- it's
for
like
the
he
28-3 Falcons?
He was.
He was on that.
No, that was
team.
Shanahan.
Was
He
he?
That was Shanahan.
Shanahan
He was on the
He
roster.
was on that team though.
Yeah.
He was on that coaching staff.
Why would you
Oh,
want
he was.
anyone from that coaching staff? Like, why? Ugh.
Speaking of, no, wait, actually, we almost forgot about the other teams. Lions next.
Yeah.
Because he moused over Commanders. I'm like, speaking of that coaching staff,
This is, I think, the most disappointing. One of the most disappointing teams, I think, in the NFL. Honestly.
That's weird saying about the Lions.
that is weird saying it. Can say they made
But-
the playoffs, but
This is also one of the reasons I feel like if you finish top of your division, you gotta like win the Super Bowl, or else the season is bad. Because then that next year you're going up against some competition. Lions won it last year. Look at this. The teams they had to play. Obviously, the Bears twice, tough division. They had to play the Ravens, tough one. Chiefs, Buccaneers, Eagles, Steelers as well in there, and also the Cowboys, plus the Rams. They had to play some juggernauts this whole season. And I mean, I think it really affected them. I mean, they had some. I mean, again, the stats over here look phenomenal, but like
Two big
Finished 9-8.
that's a
things.
great, and you
I
can't
have
even split with
two-
the Packers.
two big things, both based on coaching. Dan Campbell doesn't know when to take points at times, or he goes for it on fourth down way too much.
Yeah.
Second,
Oh yeah.
they miss Ben Johnson as OC.
oh yeah,
Oh, hands
time.
down, yeah.
big.
They already fired their
time.
current OC.
Yes, they fired her because during the season, Dan Campbell was starting to call plays. He said, "Fuck it, I'm going to call plays."
Yeah,
Like he had the glasses on and everything.
really tough schedule,
He had the
but
read
also
glasses.
really tough schedule, but a really disappointing finish. Honestly, I mean, I don't think anyone expected this Detroit team not to make it to the playoffs. We expected some regression because of losing coaches and some of that chemistry fall off, but like for the Lions to go from winning the division to finishing last is just abysmal.
I keep in mind first seed in the NFC as well last year.
Yeah, I'm giving them a C. You are
I go
9 and
C
8.
minus.
B minus.
B minus?
C.
I know C
Charlie.
minus.
C minus.
C minus.
Charlie.
Okay, yeah, C minus right there with the Buccaneers. Yeah, two disappointing teams that won their division last year and now are here. Okay. Now, moving on to a team that we're probably going to rank B or higher, the Bears.
The king in the north.
6 losses on the
I'm
year.
abstaining.
Lions, which is the last game of the season, 49ers, Packers, Ravens, Lions, Vikings. So you dropped both games to the Lions, which is odd. Lost early to the Vikings, which was a really good comeback by them, but also at the same time, you had some, issues early in the season. Other than that, bad loss to the Packers there and a tough loss to the Ravens, but some good wins. Eagles, another one against the Cowboys was decent. Did have an easier schedule because you were lower in the division last year. But honestly, this team, people did not expect to go this far or to win the division. You went and won it. First-year head coach. The culture looks great. I think the biggest negative this team has is that they might be playing in Indiana next year.
The biggest negative is they gave their fans heart attacks of the comebacks. That is unsustainable.
It is, but I think Ben Johnson's just going to keep improving the team. This was his first season coaching them. We'll have to see how they bounce back, though, this year, because, again, if you win your division, your next year is a buzzsaw, and you survive that buzzsaw. So
Caleb Williams was 58 yards away from being the first Bears QB with 4,000 or more yards.
that's
You
ridiculous.
need an extra week to do it.
Oh, my goodness. Ugh. But yeah, they also won a playoff game. They won a playoff game.
Okay, personally, A minus because they beat the Packers in the playoff game. I'm sorry. That's their Super Bowl.
So first year,
I'm sorry.
First
It
year
was
head
a
coach,
division
they were
rival.
fucking fun to watch. They won the division. They won a playoff game. There's definitely stuff to improve, but like third year quarterback.
A rival in the playoff game.
Also, their lead receiver was a tight end who was a rookie. Like, this team has a young nucleus, and they look good, and they did a lot of good stuff with it. They weren't perfect, but they did pretty darn well. So I agree that an A- for them works.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Alrighty.
They beat the Packers.
Oh,
in the
this
playoffs.
fucking division. Oh, this is almost worse
Austin,
than
you
the
keep this
NFC
up,
South.
I'm going to pray that the Cowboys sweep you next year.
This was 4 coughing babies and a nuclear bomb with a faulty timer. The
Kellen Moore,
3
we miss you.
coughing babies were Dallas, Washington, and the Giants, and the nuclear bomb with a weird timer was the Philadelphia Eagles. Starting off with the Commanders.
They're old.
Let's see.
Washington was like the oldest team.
Yeah, Washington
And
is
got
an
injured.
old team.
Median
is an
age was
injured
like, what,
team.
like 36?
If you look here, their lead passer was Marcus Mariota. They also had a 1, 2,
Jalen
3,
Daniels
4,
like
5,
knees gave
6,
up.
7, 8 game losing streak. Oh,
The sad part about the
Lord.
injury front, I didn't want it to be serious when I said that Jalen Daniels is going to become like the RG3 of the 2020s.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
That elbow
What-
injury was disgusting.
Yeah. Once again, I will also say, when you win the division, the next year is a buzzsaw.
They did not win the division.
I thought the
They were second.
no, they didn't. They didn't win the division. Sorry, they didn't win the division.
Because the
They
Eagles-
they performed really well.
They were
in the playoffs,
second.
That's
The
right.
Eagles
Yeah, they-
somehow snuck it in.
Still, these guys got put
What do
through
you
a
mean?
fucking wood chipper.
The Eagles won the Super Bowl. They had the second best record in football
Yeah.
last year.
I mean, this year, like, stuck it in.
Oh, well, because
Yeah.
everybody else sucked in the fucking
Big time regression. Honestly, same thing here. I feel like kind of the similar vibe with these is that there's just a big time step down.
D plus
Could be
because
worse.
of what
Could be
they're
the
doing.
next team we've got to talk about.
Yeah, I would say D plus because of what they're trying to make Jane Daniels to RG3 2.0 for injuries.
Okay, Def Gorlami, what do you guys think?
I agree with Maston.
I'm fine with either position, honestly. C minus, D plus. It's
Yeah.
basically a coin flip.
D plus it is. Moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Maston, have at it.
Okay, I want to say F because fucking shit too low, but they actually had a defense, so D.
I mean, no, hold on.
I know.
Just
What?
hold on. Like, yes, you lost your first game in the postseason,
I
which
know.
sucks. But at the same time, you won the division. You did it with a shitty defensive coach. I get
No,
that. Or
no,
offensive coach.
offensive.
Sorry, other way. Offensive coach.
Vic
Yeah,
Fangio's the
Also-
defensive coordinator. God, Nick Sirianni
legitimately,
is a fucking piece of shit.
AJ Brown could have not been on the roster, and nothing would have changed this season. So there have been some negatives. At the same time, you won your division. I don't think we can give you anything lower than B's for that. But at the same time, it is just immediate. Just
I was going to say
meh.
B or B minus.
Yeah, I would say just a B.
I would
Like,
say
yeah,
B minus.
you won your division. You had some good games. Your defense looked amazing. Your offense, though, was stagnant. You had a horrible coaching regiment with it, and it just really just meh football. And B's a meh grade. I think that fits.
Kellen Moore, can you please come back? Come on, Hy Rosen, make the trade of Sirianni to Saints, and Kellen Moore becomes head coach.
When was the last time a head coach even got
Do
traded
it.
in this league?
Sean Payne to the Broncos.
York Giants. This is
That
the
was
best.
Tyler's trade.
This is the best worst team in football. Dart in his first year looked incredible. Cam Scattaboo is a cinder block eating rebar chewing maniac. And
He's scary.
He is. And then also at the beginning of the year losing
Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors to an injury was just catastrophic for this team. They had some injuries that really affected them. Also, Scattaboo late in the year against the Eagles took him out for the rest of the time. But this team has a young nucleus and they look good. And they lost a lot of games by really close margins.
That's because Shane, Joe Shane.
Shane
I
Bowen.
think that's the defense going. No, that's the GM.
No, Joe Shane, yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Shane is a dumbass. You know
Yes.
why? Bronco prevent defense prevents wins. How do no defensive coordinators learn that?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I
I would say
D plus.
D.
No, I'd say anywhere in D because D for derp.
Derp,
I would say
derp,
D.
derp, derp.
Derp.
D plus for me, just because I think they are
They were
legitimately like,
the funnest bad team in football.
I think they're legitimately like
They at
7
least-
plays away from a winning record. Like,
Yeah, they at least have stuff to build on. Like teams like the the Cardinals, like, I don't know what the fuck they are going to be working with now.
I mean, they almost beat the Packers.
They're going to be making a shit sandwich, is what they're going to be doing. All right.
Oh, I got another team. Oh, that's right. Since we're going NFC, I got another team that's
Now,
worse.
how about them Cowboys?
Really odd year. Obviously, a tie in there. They finished second in the division at 7-1. Some weird games. Obviously, like they beat up the Giants, the Jets, the Commanders, the Raiders, and they also beat the Eagles and Chiefs, which were two interesting wins. And also beat the Commanders again, but had some tough losses against like Panthers and played the Eagles and Bears lost both there. Broncos, another tough one there. So, tough situation for them. First year head coach. They had one of the best two wide receivers in the league. It felt like it sometimes. Pickens and Lamb were looking great. However, their defense couldn't put two brain cells together sometimes, and that hurt. Also, losing Trayvon Diggs to an at-home injury that kept him out basically the entire year. And when he played, he was in Packers colors and then was immediately cut after that is a big time what the fuck. So,
trading away your best defensive player to the Packers also before the season.
I will say this offense was incredible, and Dak Prescott was getting MVP consideration, like legitimately, which is incredible.
He did deserve MVP.
Straight C. Offense was an A+, defense was an F. Middle's out.
I was gonna make the joke.
That is fair.
I was about to make a joke. It's like, can we? Are we gonna say like a D grade because there was no D in Dallas?
None. Yeah. Also,
Not
still
in
got
Dallas.
the best
He
kicker
wasn't
in the
even getting
league.
dick down in Dallas.
Brandon Aubrey. Still
Anyway,
amazing. So these are NFC grades. Quickly look through them from top to bottom. Seahawks at an A, won the Super Bowl. A-. Rams, who finished second in that buzzsaw division, one win away from the Super Bowl, and the NFC champion, entire division above 500, NFC North. Bears. B for the Niners for really just pulling forward and getting those wins when needed early in the season. The Eagles at a B, amazing defense, won the division, but everything else wasn't great. Packers, B-, kind of a lackluster season. You made it into the playoffs, but then you also lost to your biggest rival in their barn, which is just rough. I don't even know the last time the Packers lost 2 games in a single season against the Bears. Panthers,
3 games to do it instead of 2.
Well, you lost 2. You could have lost 3, but you won the first one against the Bears. Panthers.
That's what I'm saying. They needed 3 games to do it.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
Panthers, you won your division. Your division is a cupcake. You want a cookie? Cool. Cowboys, the literal dictionary definition of mediocrity. Buccaneers and Lions both took really far step back when we thought they were going to take a step forward. The Saints, a shitty season, but there's a bit of a silver lining. The Vikings, a silver lining season that has a really shitty feel to it now that we're looking back on it and looking forward, especially. The Commanders, the retirement home that had the one registered nurse that was helping everyone get hurt and not be able to work there anymore. And then the Giants, the worst team in the league. Couple wins away from being so much better. They have a young nucleus. They look good. Had some tough losses, but some good wins as well. The Falcons, holy fuck. And then the Cardinals, the best thing about the season was watching Kyler Murray get concussed because of a snap.
Yeah, but it was a toe injury.
He just wanted to play COD.
Yeah, but that play he got injured. They said it was a toe injury. No, They literally said it was a toe injury from that play. When it looks, I'm sorry, it just.
Yeah. Anyway, that is our coverage of the NFC. We will be covering the AFC next week and also giving a preview for the UFO season. A lot of changes happened this UFO season, so we'll talk more about that next week. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Macedon sure hated this episode. Now he's got a bunch of random.
I want to see you get your ass kicked in college football against Chase.
It might be. My quarterback's horrible. My quarterback's absolutely horrible. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video. And as always, run the damn ball. Have a good night.